There's never going to be another D'Angelo. Not for me and not for anyone, I don't think. He's a one of one, and we lost him way too early. I could have never, you know, I don't really have the words because I'm just like, what the?
D'Angelo kept his fight close to the chest, and most people had no clue how hard he was pushing until the news hit like a thunderclap. He passed on October 15th, 2025 at just 51 years old.
Who didn't want to be D'Angelo? You know what I mean? It's like, who of us didn't want to be D'Angelo? Like, his choices, the musicality, the songwriting, the feeling, the emotion in his music, and how it spoke to all of the greatness that we got from Prince, Donnie, we got from Funkadelic. He had all of that, as well as...
It's a tough reminder that you never really know what someone is carrying behind closed doors, even when they're smiling in public. His family finally shared what everyone had been begging to know once the internet lit up with the headlines. And what they're saying comes with some chilling details about his private world. Real life stuff that rarely makes it to the spotlight. A lot of folks didn't see this coming at all, especially after the tragic loss connected to Angie Stone just 7 months back, which had the community grieving already. The sadness cuts deeper, knowing D'Angelo seemed to understand what was ahead, which is why he stayed working, creating, and moving until his body simply tapped out. He tried to keep the music going as long as he could. But here's the question people keep whispering. Was Angie Stone aware of how intense his battle really was? Or did the public back and forth paint a picture that felt a bit sharp to some viewers? She would sometimes discuss him in ways that many read as bitter or salty. And that tone hit different once fans realized how much he was truly dealing with. No wild claims here, just a heavy moment where grief, legacy, and perception collide, reminding us that the internet never tells the whole story, and real life is messier than any timeline. It all kicked off when D'Angelo pulled out of his Roots picnic set slated for May 31st, 2025, and fans started asking what was really up. His camp kept it tight, saying there were complications from a surgery earlier in the year, and folks shrugged it off, because if you know D'Angelo, you know he keeps it low and moves in silence. This is a man who's wrestled with addiction, carried the weight of being a sex symbol, and searched for himself in real time. And he still kept the focus on the music, not the mess. Even when Angie Stone was sharing all kinds of personal details about their life and history, he didn't throw a single word back. He let the song speak and let people think what they wanted. But as private as he stayed, whispers started to spread that things weren't going great behind the scenes, and the tone shifted quick. Before TMZ and their sources could light up the timeline, respected author and journalist Mark Lamont Hill dropped a post that stopped hearts everywhere, and he said it plain. My sources tell me that D'Angelo has passed. Wow, I have no words. May he rest in perfect peace. Did you catch that moment? Because the internet froze, then exploded, and disbelief was the mood everywhere. People were shaken, since not long ago, D'Angelo told the world a new album was in motion, and he sounded hyped to finally let fans in on the journey. He'd always poured his pain and pressure into the music, and the plan for fresh work had everyone ready to ride. And then this heartbreaking turn changed the whole conversation in a snap. The quiet around his health suddenly made sense. The canceled date hit different, and the timeline flipped from curiosity to concern to grief in minutes. Through it all, his legacy stayed loud. A rare artist who held his cards close, put honesty on the track, and never begged for sympathy, even when the struggle was heavy. The first shock was pure heartbreak. Hearing he was gone didn't compute for anyone, and it felt unreal until TMZ confirmed it, forcing people to face a truth they never wanted to hear. Tributes poured in from every corner, timelines flooded, and the whole scene felt heavy because nobody knew what to make of a loss this big. Fans started pulling up old clips and photos, searching for missed signs, little moments that might explain the storm we didn't see. But clarity came when his family released their statement and the puzzle finally began to settle into place. They shared that D'Angelo had been battling pancreatic cancer for a long time, pushing through intense treatment for months until his body couldn't carry the weight anymore. Word around the community is that Angie knew, and that the two leaned on each other in quiet ways because of their deep history, which makes this chapter even more tender and sad. When he got the diagnosis, D'Angelo didn't fold. He doubled down on the art, kept making music, and dreamed of giving the world one last album, a final love letter for the fans who rode with him from day one. It breaks hearts to say he couldn't finish that mission in time, but supporters are already asking the family to share the music when it's ready because his voice and vision mean too much to stay locked away. D'Angelo wasn't just respected. He was a pillar of neo-soul, a blueprint for honesty and groove, the kind of artist you study when you talk about sound, soul, and storytelling. He was a generational talent, one of those rare musical minds we're lucky to witness even once. And the receipts are all over Voodoo, where he stacked parts, played the instruments, and built a front-to-back classic that still hits like new. His legacy is stamped forever, and losing Angie Stone and D'Angelo in the same year has the R&B/soul world grieving in unison, because this isn't just news. It's a wound that will echo for a long time. His catalog is the North Star for a whole generation. Artists still chart their course by his sound, and his passion refuses to fit inside simple words. I'm holding space for his son, who faced unthinkable loss this year, and for everyone who found healing in D'Angelo's music when life got heavy. What's your go-to D'Angelo track? Untitled, Brown Sugar, Lady, or a deep cut that lives in your playlist on repeat? Drop it in the comments and put us on to your favorite vibes. Show love to the fam by smashing like, hitting subscribe, and turning on alerts so you don't miss the next breakdown from Gossip Confidential. Share this video with someone who needs the tribute today. Rest in peace, D'Angelo, legend forever, music eternal. See you next video, baddies. Stay tuned and stay kind.